You're watching Wormhole Extremists with David, Nicole,
Hello.
and Evie. And
Hello.
this is Forever in a Day, the
It
first
is.
episode that really closes an arc on SG1. And a lot of people
Oh,
assumed that
it
this was
closes it.
Abydos, but this is not
Yeah.
Abydos.
No, it's
Forget
not.
we see Kasuf in this episode. It's
We
exciting.
do.
Oh, yeah.
He's so
Yeah.
nice.
It closes the arc with a bit of flair, but it's devastating as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Can I just say that I think that's like the worst cage ever built. Like you could totally climb out of that.
That is
know,
a forced
I
perspective
agree.
Stargate on the hill there.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. This is a big moment.
It is.
It really
it's kind
is.
Of, I love that it happens right at the beginning of the episode and then you
Yep.
follow it through to go
Yep.
full circle.
It just, starts with a bang, quite literally.
Yeah. This is a really well written one in my opinion. I know that not everyone loves it. I've spoken to people who don't, but I think it's a banger. Oh, a lot of good combat. I'm excited.
Yeah, there really is. So Sam's about to go completely kick-ass with this portable rocket launcher. So she has moxie for days with this thing. So
love it. Love it.
Boom.
Okay,
Oh,
there's a goof coming up, and it's really quick, and it's kind of subtle, but I'll mention it now. So it's actually when Jack uses the mobile attack turret. So between shots, Jack manages to be in two places at once. So operating the mobile attack turret and next to Carter.
Oh,
so keep an eye on it.
Okay.
I think they've just reused some footage that they've captured, but
I think I actually noticed
put in the
that
wrong
when
spot.
I watched it.
Okay, so he's moving.
This isn't there.
him.
Yeah, there
That's
is. Yeah, I
him.
did
It's
wonder
right
that.
there.
Yeah. This isn't as cool as it seems because he's on a Malp and the Malp's just a little silly looking.
Yeah, it
it's
is a little bit.
It's been put on top of it for sure.
Yeah, I wish the turret looked just a bit cooler.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Were they already separated at this time?
Yes.
Were they?
Oof.
Yeah. I know that she'd just recently had a baby.
That was almost a year before, isn't it? Or at least 6 months, maybe.
Yep.
Do you think that one of the reasons they wrote her out is because they separated, or
No.
did that have nothing to
The
do with
reason
it?
that
no.
they wrote her out was that she didn't want to do it anymore.
Cool.
And
Okay.
She
She
explains
wanted
that
to focus on motherhood.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She reveals that in my interview. So.
I think it's lovely that they came to wrap up her storyline and they're being civil, nice, separated parents, and she's focusing on motherhood. I think that's really nice. I value good parenting, so
This is so good.
That's really sad coming from you, Nicole.
Where is
I
his
just want to give you a big
gun?
hug.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, look, the pain.
He just
on
got to
his
make the
face.
decision in a split second.
So good.
And it's Teal'c again.
Tilk's got to stop taking away the people the people that he loves that they love. He's got to stop doing it.
So, guys, this episode, we meet Dr. Robert Rothman.
Rothman.
Played by Jason. Is it Shoming? Shoming?
Jason. Is it Schwartzman?
Scoming?
No.
No,
Jason
I have it down as Scoming.
Jason Schombing.
Okay, I didn't know I wasn't quite sure how to pronounce it.
Sorry, Jason, we got there.
Sorry, Jason. It's his first of 3 appearances.
Yeah.
I didn't realize, but Jason was actually a regular on a police comedy drama called The Commish, which aired between 91 and 96. He was in 42 episodes, and coincidentally, Michael Shanks also made one of his first TV guest appearances on the same show.
Amazing.
But it wasn't in the season that Jason was in. but it's still kind of cool.
Oh, that's okay though.
And Michael Shanks was nominated for a Leo for Best Performance in a Dramatic Series for his performance in this episode.
Wow.
Which is cool. And in Germany, this episode is called Death of Charray, which kind of gives away the punchline.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, because at the beginning you think that she might be alive for like a smidge, you know?
Yeah. And I think I was reading somewhere that according to Jonathan Glasner, the plot of this episode spawned from a conversation he and Brad Wright had with Michael Shanks. And Michael thought that the Charray thing was, quote, getting old. So they agreed the story had moved past Charray and they decided to kill her off like in a spectacular fashion and kind of end Daniel's quest. But at the same time, she just had a baby, obviously. So she agreed to return just for this one episode. But after this appearance, she took a break to channel and focus her energy into motherhood, which is more than admirable.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
This is our first time seeing like residual on the forehead when you're getting hit with the hand device. Because it looks like his forehead is like burnt. I don't think I've ever seen that any other time. Yeah.
Well, that's putting it succinctly.
Mm.
Uh-oh.
Mm.
Oh,
buddy. Oh,
Daniel.
buddy.
We have the body.
Yes, like literally a few rooms down from where he is.
Mm. Feel bad because Teal'c's like accidentally responsible for like all this like heartbreak, you know? Like not only did he take his wife, but then he killed her. And he took Skara as well, but at least that got a somewhat happy ending, so.
Kind of. Oh, don't give him false hope.
No.
Not this time.
God, poor Kasuf, man. Like he's just carrying on with his life, just being like, man.
To lose both his children though.
Really,
oh my God.
It's really bad.
And technically, like, I guess losing his grandson to a certain
I'm not gonna
respect.
lie, right? Like I'm gonna say it as nicely as possible. I would have offed myself at this point if I was Kasuf. I'd be like, no, I can't go on without my kids. He is a warrior.
He is a warrior, and he's like a leader amongst his people, and he knows how important that is. I guess they're his children as well to a certain respect, but yeah, it's just his storyline is so devastating.
This is the only time we see Kasuf on Earth.
Yes, I love that he's here. It makes me very happy.
Yep.
Bit
of a culture shock.
Here's the thing, actually, I have a question. I don't know if this is a silly question. With this episode, you have Daniel going through all these things, and then all this, like, he has this big resolution at the end. So essentially, this entire episode didn't actually happen for Daniel, as in it happened in his head, but didn't happen in reality for everybody. So I wonder what it would have actually looked like if we got to see him already accepting it the moment it happened.
Very similar to this. Just, I mean, he would have just responded differently.
Yeah, I would have liked to maybe see some of that. Like, I don't know. They wouldn't have been able to do it in this episode, but I would have appreciated seeing the oh God, the stare, Daniel, Christ. It's.
You should have waited
breaks
longer.
My heart. I forgot that he does that.
Yeah.
I love the way that they did it. I would have loved to see the comparison of the two.
This is kind of like the prototype for absolute power. It's got the same kind of edge to it. Daniel in his head. Yes. Daniel being not so Daniel.
I love so much that he like ends the episode the way he does, where Daniel like says what he says. It's great.
Yep.
Yes, agreed. Yeah, we'll wait till we get there.
Mm-hmm. I still kind of can't believe how Daniel just looked at Teal'c. Like, you never see Daniel like that. Like, honestly, it
I
breaks
think
my
that
heart.
the intensity of his stare was made even more dramatic by the redness of his forehead somehow.
Yeah.
They did a good job making her dead.
Yeah, she looks pasty.
They did. I assume
hell.
that's like the actual actress lying
Oh,
there
yeah,
really
that's
still.
her.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh.
Carter's about to bring Daniel his favorite cookies. They're chocolate walnut, which kind of sounds like it should be a quiz question.
It should be a quiz question. I would not remember that.
Yeah.
She should have tried baking them herself. Get some practice before Cameron comes along.
Macarons.
Yeah.
Right?
Macaroons, yeah. Reminds me of when he was telling the story to Jack about how he tried to like grind his own flour and like Shari would laugh whenever he tried to do simple tasks. Yeah.
This line. So I think, David, you said in your interview that Daniel and Shari are arguably the heart and soul of Stargate, and that like rescuing Shari was Daniel's drive and his reason for traveling through the gate. So this episode is just his whole world's collapsing.
Oh yeah, it's a kick in the gut.
Yeah,
the whole thing, a hard kick. But it's good.
I really love the way that Shari and Daniel's relationship eventually leads to the Harcesis, which leads to Omidasala, which then ties into the ancient storyline. And it's just amazing how central this all is, like, you know, gonna be for the future. Yep. And Daniel like rediscovers, you know, like his passion a bit. Yep. And carries on. And I think that's just really magical. I think it's a really important episode for that.
He has purpose with the Harcesis. So
yeah,
he does.
Sadly, they had to deal with that and kind of like make that kind of go away a little bit. Can't focus on it all the time.
Oh, here we go.
I love when Daniel's purpose is just his passion for, you know, discovery. It's great. Oh, you never really see her on Earth. It makes me sad.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's weird seeing her in like BDUs.
Yep. She was not in this show enough.
No, only 3 episodes, which is hard to believe.
His birthday is 2 days after mine.
I was literally going to say, so his birthday is next week like yours. Yep.
This is torture.
No, I'm pretty upset watching this, I'm not gonna lie. It's like, whew. I want to have a good time.
The fact that they were easily able to contact the Tok'ra should just be like a clue enough.
Well, we're teased.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
we're teased with that in this episode, but then Skara gets saved, so it's bitter. It's bittersweet.
Yeah,
we don't lose them both, which I think have really sucked.
If she lived, do you think that they would have stayed together? Or do you think they would have separated?
Question.
Yeah, I think so.
So this graphic is like very similar to when the Ascended Ancients like recall and instead of being when they must appear in like mortal events.
Your time is up. Please insert another 25 cents.
Yeah.
Oh boy, here we go.
Oh, honey.
That's not what I meant.
It makes me really sad that all the people of Barbados will eventually like ascend, but she didn't ascend.
Yeah. So something very momentous is about to happen, guys. We're about to meet Daniel's ascended being sweater.
Oh my god, is it?
Yes.
Oh my god.
That's it.
Oh my god. Oh, yes. I love his ascended being sweater. It is so iconic. OMG.
Sure is.
Also, we learned that Hammond is left-handed. So that's
oh my god, another lefty. Surrounded by them.
Well, that's too bad.
Yeah.
It's a free country.
Imagine if this is where the story ended.
Yeah, imagine. Would be really
because like he literally
bad.
says end of story. So it's like that's a wrap, guys. Thanks for joining us for our series rewatch. It's the end of the story.
Ciao.
Yep. It would take days to pack up all of his shit.
Yeah.
It really
my
would.
god, you used a bad word, David.
I did.
I know.
Yay.
It's taken aback there for a second.
I was taken aback. Woo.
You said a bad word in the other episodes. I'll just say this one.
I don't know what bad word I said.
All right.
Oh, I feel like I need to weave in a bad word.
Oh, Rothman. He was in like some good episodes. Like to be like a guest star that doesn't appear very much, like to get 3 solid ones, like good job. Forever.
Does Rothman join SG1 in this dream?
Yeah, I thought he did.
Yeah, he goes off world with them once, I think. And you know, Jack makes up lies to try and get him off the team.
That is so Jack. That is so Jack in Daniel's mind. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, screw you.
Oh.
I won't miss Tilk.
That was mean. No! Oh, Daniel, I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna knock some damn sense into you.
Mm-hmm.
You need to find a new purpose.
Vala Maldoran. No, definitely not. She's
no, the Harcesis first.
Yep. He's rudderless.
Oh god, he's such a good actor. I really do, like, honestly, I don't appreciate it enough sometimes. Where is Jean Diarra for this episode? She's usually here for the Michael Shanks drama. I'm gonna scold her next time she joins the stream.
Yeah, missing out on a key Daniel episode?
Yeah, she loves Daniel. I mean, it will, but should it?
That one little box. Yeah, right.
Yeah, what is that?
Yeah, and it's empty.
Yeah, well, it looks very light.
Oh, dear.
Oh, boy.
Oh, just heartbreaking. Any Earth ritual?
Love him so much. Honestly, their relationship
he's
really
trying to put out
gets me.
Putting the olive branch out there.
Yeah. I absolutely just love their dynamic.
That
I love
jaw
that.
clinch. I love the jaw clinch.
All of SG1, they all have their own unique relationships with each other, and it's what makes the show so good.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to mention Daniel's apartment. So this apartment complex is called the Ashnola Apartments, and it's located on 203 East 6th Avenue in Vancouver.
The exterior,
and if you wanted to, the exterior, yes. If you wanted to rent an apartment in this neighborhood now, you'd be looking at paying between $2,500 and $3,500 Canadian dollars per month.
What?
Which is about 1888 and 2,643 American dollars.
Yeah.
Or between 1,486 and 2,080 pounds.
So it's expensive. Yeah.
It's expensive. It's a very old building. It was built in like 1912 or something.
Old building.
That's old in Australian standards.
Yeah. I was going to say my old house that I lived in was built in the 1920s, and we still had blackout curtains from the Blitz.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
This is big sad. Give him a hug, you fool.
He does give him a hug.
With you.
Yeah.
There it is. Oh.
It's actually one of my dad's favorite sayings. Pleasure doing business with you. Like, he says it to everyone after everything.
Regardless of whether business was done.
Amusing.
Yes.
It really does feel like a wrap up.
I don't want to say it, but like, I hope this doesn't like happen anytime soon. But like, your dad, like, if he's passing away, I want that to be like his final word. I think that'd be iconic.
Oh,
that's pleasure
awful.
doing
so sorry.
Yeah, pleasure. Yeah, but like the ending. Yeah, I get it.
That's what I would do. If I'd take like the thing that I'm known for, and I'd say that on my way out. I don't know what it would be.
This is where my brain just went. So Daniel's mattress, so it looks too modern. So it's a pity Daniel didn't get a chance to stay in Atlantis for long. He would have loved those ancient mattresses.
Oh my god.
I loved ancient bedding. It was so bizarre. Uh-oh. What would she do on Earth?
Become a preschool teacher. That's what I think. I think she'd nurture the children.
Like a caregiver.
Yeah, she'd nurture the children, or maybe work at an old people's home and look after the old people.
This is a great idea, the hand device. Allowing
opening up like
speak.
A channel.
I would never have considered that to be like the solution, really. It's just such a bizarre idea.
Well, even when he's talking to Sam about it, she can't quite wrap her head around it either.
So this is actually Sharae. He's talking to her.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because she gives him information.
Glad they get to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah. God, she's so beautiful. It's not okay. These two are really beautiful people. Like, honestly, isn't their daughter like also
Tatiana's
like
gorgeous.
beautiful as well?
Yeah.
Like, they're a beautiful family.
So yeah, like the multiple attempts that Sharae makes to try and communicate to Daniel really shows like Sharae's courage and her force, and I think that's what Vitiari, I can't pronounce her name properly.
She goes by Vi.
Vitiari,
yeah.
Yeah, that's what she said in her Dialogate interview.
Abydos.
I forget like how strong Sharae is and like how much of a force she is, because she's kind of like just, Daniel's wife a lot of the time, and they just talk about her, and she's not very present. Whenever I used to think about it, I used to think about her in that way that like that meme going around at the moment where like you think about your dead wife in your dreams, and then you see flashes of her like in bed and like smiling and laughing, and it's that whole thing where like the wife wasn't really that impactful because they're more like a memory to serve the man's story. But like
Right.
this episode reminds me of how much of a force she actually is. And that
Yeah.
she had a lot to her. She wasn't just Daniel's wife, you know?
So this ritual that Daniel is performing is actually akin to an ancient Egyptian mythology where a person's heart would be weighed against a feather, and if the heart is lighter or equal to the feather, then the deceased has lived a life with high moral standards and would go to the heavenly paradise, which, according to Egyptian mythology, was actually ruled by Osiris, which is kind of funny.
So no one ever went to heaven because a heart is never heavier than a feather.
Yeah. I think this scene is really beautiful for what it is, and it's a kind of a fitting ending to Shah-Ray's chapter, even though it's not technically real.
I love the way that, like, you know, everything uses mythology. I think so. I saw this, and this is the first time I think I learned about that. I learned about like Egypt in school, but not enough. And I think I was watching American Gods, and I was watching I think it was Anubis taking a woman to pass on, and they did the feather thing, and I went, oh, it's just like Daniel and Shara, and I was like, oh, sadness.
Yeah.
It's nice what you can learn and what TV can actually educate you on.
They tie it into actual history. That's kind of cool.
It's really shows cool how much you can learn,
how much information, like how much research, and like thought that they've put into the storyline.
This is also like what a time saver.
It looks really heavy though.
Yeah.
But they didn't weigh the heart. I'm sorry, I'm stuck on that. It's like, so they weighed the heart. They just weighed the feather with nothing, or is that
they just weighed
the symbolism of the feather
it's
supposed to be there?
Weighed a soul.
Yeah.
Okay, so they didn't actually weigh the heart. They just
no. I thought
there.
I was reading the other day that they used to keep the heart inside the body even when it was mummified.
Yeah, a lot of organs were removed except for a few. So
yeah.
Oh boy. She just pops in.
Yes, my queen.
Yeah, she doesn't call. She doesn't knock first.
She just shows up.
Forgive Teal'c.
Oh, here we go.
We didn't get enough with the Harcesis, in my opinion.
No, it didn't really drag on for that long.
We got what, 2 episodes about it?
She keeps on getting sent away at the most important moments.
Exactly. So how much of Shah-Ray's mind do you think was still her own? Because in secret, she didn't reveal SG1's hiding position. And it's been like, it's taken like a year for Aminette to search for the child on Abydos. So Shah-Ray must have kept that detail from Aminette like until sort of recently.
Did you guys notice the mist was going backwards in that shot?
No.
Yeah, go back and watch it. And the dry ice was going with the dry ice was going in instead of out. Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, with the iris opening, so they just reversed the shot. It's Rothman.
Talk to you,
Jason.
Pac-Man D3 said Janet and Hammond both off-world at the same time. Did that ever happen again? No, I don't think it did. Not both of them gone.
Well, I think Hammond only went off-world like a bunch of times. If you can include this time as actually going off-world,
I'm assuming he went to the funeral.
It was
anyway.
like a vision. Yeah,
I'm assuming he really went and did it in the end. So.
It's great.
Oh.
He was so frustrated when they killed him off. He said,
really?
He said at GateCon, he's like, yeah, no Jews in space, I guess.
Oh, no Jews in space. But what about the Chapel Oi?
Oh, the Chapel Oi. Oh, that's good. so strange to see him in civilian clothes on the base.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is kind of cool, like the discussion about how the ribbon device does and could work. Because it kind of suggests that it like opens up like a channel of communication between the host and the victim, and that the thoughts kind of unfurl, but it's subjective. So like the victim's brain may interpret them as a dream or reality or somewhere in between.
Just looking at the interrupting thing Daniel just did there, and I'm wondering if this is a Daniel thing or just a Michael Shanks thing. But whenever Daniel wants to like interrupt somebody, or he's like trying to make a different point or trying to circle to the actual thing he wants to say, he always kind of like puts his finger up slightly and then kind of like touches his face and then kind of does a little like thing there. And it's like, I'm wondering if that's Daniel or if that's Michael.
Probably Michael. So this little bit coming up is incorrectly regarded as a goof. So after resigning, like Daniel's still got an access key to open the door to the SGC. But if he's no longer working at the SGC, you would have thought they would have taken away his access card.
I feel like he's allowed it.
But I meant,
yeah,
that's what I thought. And also, like, it did technically occur in a dream sequence, and Hammond didn't actually accept his resignation anyway.
Yeah,
he didn't actually talk to Sam. Oh boy, here we go.
Doing in my house.
You don't want to know.
What's Jack playing with?
Probably some ancient relic, like in Daniel's office.
I would
love
golfing if it's with the communication stone. Oh my god,
that would be cool. Oh, that would have been so cool.
It's up to Joe.
Oh boy.
Oh, it's tribe. Oh, so cute. Love that term.
Come on, Kasuf, knock some sense into
I love that it's like not team, it's tribe. There's like a more like wholesome closeness to it. Love it. Yeah, protect with your tribe. So you're gonna live in your apartment the rest of your life and do nothing?
I think he insinuates that he's going to go on like a dig far away.
Not good enough.
And like literally bury himself in his work.
Yeah.
He's just like, the way that he's looking at him is like, good father, have you lost your ever-loving mind?
Like... Shari told me. Go, ask her yourself. Yeah, there you go. Oh, boy. I'm just in this scene. Cool.
That was a good shot.
Yeah.
That was a good transition.
Okay, everybody play dead.
Yeah. Don't move a muscle. Kind of got me thinking, like, in a massacre such as this, do they literally just leave the bodies there?
I don't think the Gould care too much about burying their dead. But that's just me. I don't know.
Our policy is off.
No, I was thinking more about the SGC.
Yeah, like would we do it? I think we would.
Probably.
It would be like a health and safety thing, surely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's out of respect. I think that like we as like a species, we really respect our dead usually. So. And another great transition. This episode's full of some great transitions.
At this point, when I was watching it for the first time, I was like, what the hell is going on? I don't remember like watching this episode for the first time in the best frame of mind, which is a problem in an episode like this.
Yeah. Well, it's just hard to ascertain what's real and what's not, but that's the whole point.
Mm-hmm.
God, you know what? So many candles, and it must be such a pain in the bum to have to prepare yourself for Kelnorim. Like so many candles. Oh my god!
I love that he has a bed, It's like,
Yes.
why does he even have a bed?
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Or maybe sometimes, the floor gets a bit sore, so he moves to the bed.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe he just chills on the bed with like some reading material.
A pain in his nectar.
Like the Bible, because he said that he read the Bible. Maybe he like
did.
leans back on the bed,
Yeah.
Could,
reads
yeah.
the Bible.
Is nectar bum? Is that something
I
that
think
they
it's
clarify?
meant to
it's
be ass.
Took us.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Daniel is asking Tilk about the Harcesis child. So why didn't Tilk mention that Sha're's son was a Harcesis like a year ago? I meant plot, obviously, but
Maybe he didn't know.
maybe.
Yeah, but
Teal'c
you're
doing that
absolutely
thing
right. He
where
would
he
have
just
said it by
withholds
then.
information.
Teal'c
Teal'c loves to withhold things till like he feels it's relevant to bring it up.
Also, Teal'c is about to call Daniel by his first name only coming up.
Whoa!
And he only does it twice, apparently, in the whole series.
Yeah, the other one was...
And it feels
Was the other
awkward.
one like broke a divide or
Broke a
something?
divide. Yep, you're right. But it's not really
It feels
Teal'c,
awkward.
So
Yeah,
it's
No,
in
it's
his
not.
mind.
Well, that's it. Like, is it to indicate that he's dreaming?
No, I think it's just the closeness. Oh, so cute. Yeah, like in Broke a Divide, he's panicking that he's like lost Daniel. So he's like, Daniel Jackson, like, where have you gone, bro?
Did he call
But
him
this time
Daniel by itself? I don't think he did.
I think when he calls him Daniel in Broke a Divide, he says Daniel and Daniel Jackson.
He does.
And then here, here he's just said Daniel again.
He did say it?
Yeah.
I missed it.
Yeah, so Jack's lying about Rothman is kind of funny. You just
Calling
said that
out
he has
your
two
bull.
left feet. Yes. Also, kind of in relation to that, Jack makes a kind of a reference that hasn't aged very well about Bruce Jenner.
He doesn't. He does not bring up Bruce Jenner.
He does. But like technically speaking, like Bruce Jenner had a 6-year decathlon career and did win like the men's event in 1976 in Montreal. But that's another lifetime ago.
Yep.
I'm sorry, he brings up Bruce Jenner.
He literally does. He calls Rothman Bruce Jenner.
You know what? I probably didn't realize because I didn't care about the Kardashians when I watched this episode last time. Now I know everything because I don't really like them. They're just fascinating, Yes, look. Oh my God, he does!
Wow, okay.
Okay.
So it hasn't aged well. It is Caitlyn Jenner. Absolutely.
Well, they couldn't have known that.
Oh, no, of course not. Of course not.
So was Daniel lying about his decathlon career? Or did he actually...
No.
Did Rothman actually do that?
I think Rothman actually did that.
Okay.
I've got a silly headcanon for this. Rothman was good at running because he had to run away from all those bullies because he's a massive nerd.
It's very, very possible. You just see impressions of him in dust.
Yeah.
So there's another goof coming up. So the voiceover is about to say Chevron 1 encoded, but there's actually 2 chevrons encoded.
Oh, SG1, why you do this?
That's funny.
I feel like
two
they
of them
had
crop
less
up.
goofs in Atlantis. I feel like Atlantis didn't really have money, but we'll find out when we get there and Evie starts listing them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why'd you think that 2 were encoded?
Because he said Chevron 2 encoded, and sorry, said Chevron 1 encoded, and then 2 flashed
Lit
up.
up. Yeah.
Well, the top one always flashes.
Don't we see this planet again? Or I already said we see this planet or
Right.
something.
In
Like, I swear I've
threads.
seen this planet.
No, I'm sorry.
He's Reckoning?
Reckoning
Part
Part
2?
Yeah.
When they're activating the gates?
I used to have that watch.
Oh, really?
Yep.
What happened? Why don't you have it?
I have a thing against jewelry. I'm always damaging them. They're always driving me nuts.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
I don't wear watches or rings or anything like that either.
Yeah.
I wear one ring. I really struggle with jewelry and watches and stuff because I'm like, oh my God, like get this. This is impeding my day. Well, we can all guess where he went, guys.
Why are they carrying on this conversation if they're in his head? That's the thing, you know, that you have to look out for when you're watching sci-fi programming that has the final analysis is it's happening in their head. It usually follows only that character's perspective because they're the only ones who are real. So once they leave a planet, I'm like, okay, you no longer exist. Why are we hearing from you?
That's a good point.
Maybe Daniel just, was dreaming about them still a little bit.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah, took him long enough to realize. But you were really cryptic about it, so not helpful. Like she gave him like weeks of therapy in the space of like a few seconds. Like, what a hero.
One of my few problems with this show is that why doesn't she get pulled away this time? Because he's in his mind returned to the planet? What sense does that make?
Well, they try and pull her away and she comes back again. I don't know.
Yeah, why doesn't
it work? Or why. I don't know how or why.
I think maybe because he's fully come to the realization, maybe like he's able to hold on to her a bit longer because he's no longer like clueless and like confused. Like he now understands. So maybe their like mind connection is sticking.
Yeah.
But
so headcanon.
She just gets a name, but she doesn't give him the address.
Yeah.
Yes.
Keb.
Don't give too much information because then she'll get pulled away again. So a goof coming up, Tilk fires a closed staff weapon.
Oh, that's right.
Oh God, yeah.
And a goodbye kiss. Here we go.
Yeah.
Save.
I love going to work and kissing my ex. Gotta make the joke. Very professional of them. Again, I'm really glad that they were able to do this episode and do it justice.
Well, they did have a child together, so maybe it was more of a amicable breakup.
It was open until the end. As soon as the shot fires, it's closed all of a sudden.
Oh boy.
Oh. She really didn't need to go out like this. I feel like they should have killed her a different way because this could have totally like he could have shot her in the leg, and stopped her, but he just killed her. But I guess they just had to find a way to write her out. So my friend said that to me. He was like, "Why didn't they just shoot her in the leg?" I'm like, "Look, don't ask smart questions sometimes."
Yeah, they were.
You did the right thing.
They don't have a Zad either, so
yeah.
Dan Ben said, don't know who Bruce Jenner was. Bruce Jenner was an Olympic athlete who married Kris Jenner, the mother of the Kardashian clan.
Yep.
And became their stepfather.
Oh, boy.
Oh.
His last words to her, just, I get goose pimples.
I love the way he just forgave Teal'c really fast because he's already been through the mill, and his wife was like, look, chill out.
Yeah.
You're still good,
Do.
Yeah.
I love the way that Daniel in the future uses one of the futures all over always uses Teal'c's betrayal, or not really betrayal, but Teal'c's inability to choose as a way to defend him. He's always like, I forgave Teal'c for all these reasons, and I'm always forgiving him. And Teal'c's always like, I can't even forgive myself, but I have to just carry on. I love the arc of truth in Teal'c's speech. I'm so excited.
It's one of the greatest moments of that episode,
of that film. Good.
Yeah.
The music is good in that scene too, and it's one of the few tracks that didn't make it to the soundtrack, and I'm always pissed at Joel that he didn't do it.
My heart. Oh, I didn't listen to the music.
Oh, it's good.
No, not that music. That music's great. I didn't pay attention to this music.
It's okay.
To compare it to the last episode where I was like, is that
there was
the same
a lot
music?
going on.
I think
a lot going on in this episode.
Maybe little tune. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah.
Very good, folks. What do you think?
Oh man,
honestly, I'm like
a devastating episode.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I'm feeling a bit depressed.
Like at least when I watch like Meridian, it's like.
Well, we hope you enjoyed watching Forever and a Day with us.
Yeah.